I'm in El Paso, Texas, and I'm here because there's something in that mountain that I'm waiting for. I pay more taxes than most people because I own several houses and tax bracket and stuff like that income. So this is the way that this specific squatter left the whole house. And I am recording this because I don't know if the judges and the cops and all the courts got the memo, but it's usually the people that own the real estate that pay the taxes, that pay their paychecks, starting with the broken entry into my own house in this wing where the Airbnbs are at. The situation was with the person in this room. The squatter deceived everybody on the police force. They all fell for it. He showed them his phone and told them that I had sent him a text to let him stay here longer, so they refused to evict him through the Airbnb app, because the Airbnb app people also lied about how they were the ones that told me to extend his stay. So now I'm stuck with this. The floors are filthy and sticky and smelly, and he stole my TV and the mattress. And I am a documented disabled veteran that is susceptible to financial exploitation because I'm what is called a high-value financial target. Not just because of the nature of my work, but because some stuff is really tricky for me, such as calendars and keeping track of like which things are legit or not, especially when I'm working the really high stress AI jobs. So that's the example of when they don't follow procedures and they don't believe the homeowner who's showing them all of the evidences that the person was coercing me and manipulating me and extorting me for money while I was trying to get them to leave. And here's what it looks like when the cops and Airbnb and the courts do their job and actually say the truth. And it's just like a simple cleanup when someone overstays. And this is why I am trying to find a different type of guests, because this is the now third profiled person that comes through Airbnb and just creates such a havoc for me, just a complete destruction in my life. And of course it ends up being my responsibility. And when the cops tell me, well, maybe you should own a business, and like, yeah, we're not going to help you because you don't listen, and I have all sorts of other recordings, it just starts to remind me that, I don't need to be paying this many taxes for owning a business, nor should I be kind of renting the butt of the joke, right, for the homeless people being bullied over myself. And I'm an Airbnb superhost in good standing with multiple Airbnb units and other rentals and such, and I am left inside of my own house for the cops to face off with the person that is the aggressor. In this case, 3 black men, over 6 feet tall, all of them, 2 of them shoulder-length hair, and I'm told to face off with them or to go ahead and use my self-defense weapons or whatever, because I'm not allowed weapons, so use my self-defense against them, even though it might harm them, myself, or everyone around me. And in the case of the first one, they did end up trying to murder me. It's all documented. I just don't really know what to do anymore. I don't know how to recover from this time. Like, it's not just the destruction of my property and the blatant disregard by the local authorities to protect me as the vulnerable person and leaving me locked in what turned my house into a prison with the people that are committing the exact crimes that I'm supposed to be protected from. It's just, I don't really know what to do. I need a lawyer. I've tried working it out with Airbnb and they refuse to take ownership, but I have all of the receipts where they're the ones that told me to let this person stay. And I'm not understanding why I ended up with like the same, literally a cookie cutter, when there is not that population in this area. Not that I care, and I have black family members. I'm just saying, like, it's just so suspicious. And what about the people that do pay their rent or their guest, fees, and that deserve the nice looking space, and the neighbors that deserve a nice looking space, and all of us that deserve our safety? What about us? We're supposed to just continue bowing down to the cops and the courts because I tried filing pro se, because I told the courts, hey, I'm subject to exploitation. I don't have money to go pay a lawyer because they told me to get a lawyer. I said I moved to Texas because I'm supposed to be able to file pro se here, and they said, well, we are not allowed to give you advice. And I said, I'm not asking for advice, I'm asking you for transparency so that I may have fair due process and access to court systems. So they continually failed to tell me the entire procedure of the proceedings so that I could be kept safe from the person that was here, who continued to harass me and send me incredibly threatening, like violently threatening messages. So I'm still waiting for restitution. I don't know who to turn to. When I filed against the judge, that one of the judges that refused to allow me an injunction during the first court date, the other court basically said, no, we can't handle this, and they threw out all the paperwork, and I don't know who else to ask. I don't know how. I need to get another job and just stop renting to people. I had always been for vets and pets, and I'm just going to sell my real estate. And I was always holding on to that, not because I make so much money off of it, because I really don't, but just to offer people that needed a break, like lower rents and stuff, since I had the lower mortgage rates. But the amount of damage that the El Paso, Texas bullies have cost me this time, and it's not the first time, it's just over and over with them. It must be my terrible personality. I don't know what their issue is. But yeah, just like the unending amount of damage and just loss it's heartbreaking. So when people complain about how high mortgage rates are, just remember, you can blame President Trump and Doge and Palantir and all these other people. You can blame the tech bros and you can blame everybody, but it actually comes back down to people like that don't care about the systems in place that they protect the neighborhood. I make money, so they get paid. Like, I don't really understand what's so complicated about that. And this is just one of the facets. That it's just heartbreaking. I don't know how to recover from this emotionally. I'm having a really hard time.